I see everyone made it back in one piece.
Thank Christ. Someone up there must like us. Somehow we always manage to get out of these sticky situations.
Well, someone up there, or someone down there.
Yeah, right. Well, the main thing is we made it.
So we'll go patrolling again?
We will, but not you.
What? Why not?
I found out where Jakey is. I want you to grab him and beat everything he knows about Hagen out of him.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. But why me?
For one thing, you're reliable. And for another, you're not likely to wring his neck on sight. Which can't be said for the rest of us.
Where is he hiding?
He isn't, the little shit. He's drinking away his 30 pieces of silver in some alehouse, bold as brass. The Inn on the Meadow, or something like that.
The inn in the glade?
Yeah, that's the one.
What are you going to be doing in the meanwhile?
We'll go on patrol as normal. It could be a trick, you see, to lure us into a trap.
But what if they're waiting to spring a trap on me?
It could well be, Henry, so you should be very careful. But one thing's for sure, Jakey won't be there forever. And someone's got to go and check it out.
I'll get going then.
Go. And when you find him, deal with him however you see fit. Just make sure you find out what he knows first.
Right, Chief.
What are you doing, you murderer?
What the hell are you talking about?
What are you doing here, nearby a corpse? Nearby a murder?
I'm travelling the province in the service of Sir Radzig Kabila.
Sir Radzig? Heavens! Begging your pardon, I didn't mean anything. All right. I suppose you're innocent after all.
I'm glad you saw sense. But we'll just have to report it to someone. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it. Yeah.
Here we are.
I'm looking for Jakey.
He's not here.
But he was here, though, wasn't he?
He was.
But
But now he's not.
I don't want to be nasty, but you're starting to try my patience.
The innkeeper strictly forbids talking about guests and their affairs. You wouldn't be the first to come here looking for someone with no good intentions.
Look here, I understand you have your rules, but in times of crisis, rules sometimes have to be broken. I know a thing or two about that myself.
But I can't see any need for it.
Did you see the boy?
Sure I did. Everyone here saw him. He was kind of hard to overlook.
And what did you make of him?
Well, he was just some young fool who got his hands on a lot of coins somehow.
Exactly. And young fools with lots of coin are bound to end up in a lot of trouble, which is why I have to find him.
So you're not out to hurt him? He was a cheeky young pup, but sweet enough. I wouldn't like it if something happened to him on account of me.
Neither would I.
All right then. Jakey went off yesterday evening with some girl. Maria, I think her name was. The daughter of a merchant who stopped off here on his travels.
I see. Any idea where they went?
I heard they went across the fields to the south and disappeared in the pine woods there. Her father went off that way later looking for them. He hasn't been seen since, though. Who knows where they all got to?
All right. Thanks.
Good luck then.
Yeah.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
What's going on here?
Marie, my daughter has run away. That's what's going on. Some people at the inn said they saw her running this way with some fellow. And not far from here I found her scarf.
I see. Well, why don't you follow her then?
I would, of course, only they said the fellow was armed. And I've got a horse and wagon here. I might get robbed while my back was turned.
Well, she's your daughter. Are you just going to stand here and do nothing?
The thing is, it's not the first time she's done it. And she always came back. But I've got to carry on to Sternberg, and she's nowhere to be found.
Ah. Well. I can have a look for your Maria, if you want.
You do that?
Of course. But naturally, I'm not going to risk my neck for nothing.
Naturally. I'll reward you for your service.
Right now?
Usually a reward is paid after the job is done. For many reasons.
I'm rather offended. Do you think I look like someone who'd run off with your money?
My word, no. Naturally, I'll pay you for your service. Right away.
See now? I knew we'd come to an agreement. You said you found her scarf here somewhere.
Yes. Right past the shrubbery there. Hanging on a tree.
I'll have a look that way then.
Take care now.
Looks like Hansel and Gretel went this way.
Hear me? Maria! Marushka! Where are you?
Raymant's on the rocky outcrop, so it seems. Seems it's not booze we're interested in anymore.
That sneaky little bitch.
Oh, shameless hussy.
Henry, I'm sorry. Really, I am. I had no choice. I'm glad you're here, Henry. I thought I'd be stuck here till Judgment Day.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I picked up this wench at the inn, see? And we wanted to go somewhere quiet. Only the bitch whacked me on the head with a rock and fucked off with all my coin.
Did she now? And which way did she go?
I haven't a clue, but I reckon as far away from her father as she can get. She won't be going back in a hurry. I've met some mad wenches in my time, but that one was a piece of work. She could have just asked me for coin, instead of trying to smash my skull right away, and then to leave me like this.
I'd say that's the pot calling the kettle black.
Listen, Henry, that thing with Hagen, I didn't want to, really, but they kept threatening me, and then they offered me coin. Jesus, Henry, I've never seen a pile of coin like that in my life. Kuno wouldn't give me as much as half a groschen for a cheap wench.
Yeah, my heart bleeds. Enough. Tell me where I can find Hagen.
Hagen? Lord Zool? Yeah, I'll tell you, Henry. We're still mates, right?
Mates? After you dropped me and the others in the shit? You know we could have all been killed at that ford.
Jesus, I know, Henry. I'm sorry, truly. But look here. If I tell you where to find Zool, you'll let me go, right?
Let you go? That rock must have really scrambled your brains.
Henry, I'm really sorry. I swear. Those fellas scared the wits out of me.
I can believe that. But why didn't you tell us about it? You didn't have to betray us.
I don't know. I was confused. Please, let me go.
First, tell me where Hagen is, and then we'll see.
I won't say anything as long as I'm tied up. I know how that goes. I'll be left here for the crows.
Why did you have to betray Kuno? You could have just taken the money and done nothing.
Yeah, just like Kuno would do. You've only been with us a while. If you'd been riding with him as long as I have, you'd see through him. He passes himself off as an angel of mercy, but he's as much of a swine as any common footpad.
You're an ungrateful brat, Jakey. There's lads of your age work in the fields and sweating in forges, and no one pampers them. But you get a chance others can only dream of, and what have you done with it?
That they don't risk ending up gutted in some ditch, day in, day out.
Funny you should say that, since you just came pretty close to it. And for what? You go boozing for a few days, and then you get duped by the first wench you run into. I know what you mean, Jakey. Kuno's no less of a bastard than that Hagen. They're all birds of a feather.
Yeah, right? But why ride with him then?
Because Kuno's on my side. I didn't pick him, and maybe Sir Radzig wouldn't have either if he had a choice. But one thing I know. If you don't tell me where Hagen is, more innocent people will suffer.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Hagen's planning to raid some village. Samapesh, I think. He's going to go there in person, along with what's left of his band. So, are you going to untie me now?
All right. You can go.
Oh, thank you, Henry. Thank you. I owe you one. If we ever meet again,
Ah, you'll buy me a beer and we'll have a friendly game of dice.
with you.
How was it you said again? That the letter B
Henry!
is a wench with a belly on her.
What have you done, you devil? That's murder! Guards!
Hey, mate! Jesus, that made me jump, but he's... Jesus Christ, a corpse! God! Come here, I want to ask you something. Hey, Henry, I'd like a word with you. Look out.
Do you need help?
Henry! Radzig's man! God above! Hey, mate! Are you
I found Jakey, and I know what Hagen is planning.
Spit it out, then.
Zul plans to raid Samapesh, and he wants to lead the attack himself.
I see. And what about that treacherous little bastard?
I let him go.
What? Are you out of your mind? That little fucker nearly got us all killed.
Easy. I'm having you on. Of course I got rid of Jakey.
Well, you can keep those kind of stupid jokes to yourself. Even I don't joke about the dead. Saddle up now. We'll ride to Samapesh right away.
All right.